So these other lines, they are for the safety of the machine, because after turning off the coolant, G28, G91 absolute programming. So proceed to stock simulation. Can begin our simulation. See, allow processing, and you can see preview. So proceed to stock simulation. So welcome back to Mechanical Engineering Design. And in this tutorial, we are going to generate CNC code for this component. You can see there are 4 through holes around the edge. There is one blind hole. There is a slot over here. We shall do pocket milling here, and also mill around this area. So let's get started. So the first thing when you come add in is to create a new job. So create a new job. Type of job, it's milling. Then model is this one. And we'll go to work coordinate system, WCS. We'll use top plane as our reference. As you can see, the Z axis is the blue arrow, X axis is red, then Y axis is green. So click OK. So we have created a new job, and inside our new job is where we do all the operations. So as the rule of thumb, our first operation will be drilling operation. So select drilling, then drill. Now coolant, we leave it on flood. Then we go to tool library. Just click. So on tool library, I've created a range of tools. But for a new beginner, just click on new mill tool. Now there is general, cutter, shaft, holder, holder geometry, and feed and feed rate. So in this case, we'll only deal with 2, that's cutter and feed rate. So on the cutter, we'll select drill. Diameter, my hole here was 10 mm, so we'll select diameter of 10 millimeters. And that's all on the cutter. We proceed to feed and speed. For a drilling operation, it doesn't need a very high speed, so we have to reduce to around 500 or 400 RPM. So you can use 400 RPM. Then there is plank feed rate, reduced to 150. We don't want to break cutting tool. The number of flutes is 3, so you can leave the rest as they are. The 2 very important factors is spindle speed and plank feed rate. And another factor, you have to check on spindle rotation, clockwise or counterclockwise. So I'll leave mine on clockwise. Click OK. Then this is the tool. Click and select. Here you go. So after tool library, you see the parameters are here, which show feed rate and speed. So you can proceed to geometry, and here we'll select all the 4 holes, through holes. We won't touch on blind hole for now because it has a different cutting depth. So when you have holes that go through, I'd prefer you create one code. So select holes, just click on internal surface here and you are good to go. Then you can tick to optimize order. So what this means, when tool cuts here, it will not be going for a longer distance. After completing this hole, it will go to the nearest hole. Provided you have selected all the holes, it will finish one hole and go to the nearest one. So I can proceed to heights, and here we'll select our cutting height, the Z axis. So clearance height, from retract height you can leave it at 10. Retract height 5 millimeters from top. So as it retracts 5 mm from top, that's when cutting one hole. So it can be cutting then retracting 5 mm, cutting, retracting 5 mm. So during retract, it will allow coolant to flow into the hole. But while now it moves from one hole to the other one, it will move 10 mm from retract height. That's a safe distance to prevent breaking the tool. So what we will consider here is top. Where do you want the drilling to start? So from top, we'll just begin on top, but our interest is from bottom. You know, when you are setting the tool, you always bring it to touch the top surface and set there as your origin. But now when you are drilling, it will calculate depth from top. So if this hole is as a depth of 10 mm, according to this thickness, so if you select our bottom, that's the depth of cut, to be bottom, the tip will only be touching the bottom surface. But we don't want it like that. We want this one to be a through hole. So on the bottom, we give allowance of -5 mm. And why am I using a negative? Because from top surface, when you select your top surface as origin, from top surface upwards on Z-axis is positive, but from top surface downwards is a negative value. So it will give -5 millimeters. We can proceed. So in circle, I'd prefer we select deep drilling full retract. And what this means, it will be drilling one circle and coming up to the surface or up to the retract height. By so doing, it will allow coolant to flow into the hole. Therefore, we are preventing damaging the drilling tool. And here there is packing depth. This is the depth that will be cutting per circle, per each circle. So for you to use that tool for long or to prevent damaging the tool, I'd prefer you use a smaller packing depth like 1.1, depending on the hardness of the material. For softer material, you can use 2 mm, 2.5. But for a start, it's good you begin with a lower packing depth. And then minimum packing depth is 1 mm. And we are done. So click OK. So we can test. Just do a quick stock simulation. Then you can run. So you can see it's a through hole, through hole, through hole. So we are good to go on that one. We proceed to the next drilling operation, which is blind hole. So blind hole will have the same step. Just go to drill. And here on tool library, we'll select the same tool because it has the same diameter. This one has a diameter of 10, same to this one. So proceed. We'll select internal surface, this one. Proceed. We'll only be touching on bottom. Bottom, we'll select from selection. From selection. And it will give us a prompt to select. We'll select the bottom surface, this one. Every other parameters to remain the same. So from the bottom surface, we'll go a distance of 0 mm. It will just be touching here. Proceed. We'll select deep drilling full retract. Packing depth 1.1. Minimum packing depth 1 mm. Click OK. Proceed to stock simulation. And I'd prefer you do stock simulation after every step. Simple. So that's done. Like that. So click OK. Let us proceed to cutting this slot. So go to 2D milling and select slot. So here, this is now milling. It is not drilling operation. Therefore, we have to change our milling tool. So you go to new mill tool. Speed, you can set it at around 3000. Because it's milling, we don't have to lower our speed. And ram spindle speed, can reduce it to 2500. Spindle will be running at 3000 rpm. But now while cutting, that's what we call ramp spindle speed. so it will reduce to around 2500. But you'll be playing around the percentage on the CNC machine. Every other thing to remain the same, and that's on feed rate. We go to cutter. We select a flat mill, this one, and now a very important factor to consider: the diameter of the slot. So slot had a diameter of 6 mm, or rather the curve was having a radius of 3 millimeters. So I'll select a tool of 6 mm in diameter or lower. If I select 8, then there will be interference and I will get a larger hole. So I will have to consider the radius of the hole. Select OK, and this is the tool. Click select. Here is the tool. Now we proceed. Where do you want to do the milling operation? Now you should be careful here. Don't select the outer surface on the slot. That one only applies on drilling. On slot and any other type of milling, we'll select the bottom surface like this. And you see, when you select, there is this blue line that shows where the operation will be done. So remove this one. So when you select proceed, here we'll be interested with the bottom. We'll select from selection. Again, we select bottom surface and then 0 mm. Proceed to cutting parameters. So cutting parameters, we will tick multiple depths. So this one now will determine your cutting time, and it will determine the durability of your cutting tool. So you'll begin with 0.5 mm, but when you realize that the cutting tool is removing a lot of workpiece, then you can lower it to around 0.2. So you will play around that parameter depending on the strength of the workpiece. Yeah, measure the strength of the workpiece. So this is the only thing that will tick. Don't tick any other parameter here unless you want to leave a stock for final finish. But in our case, we don't want to leave any stock. So I proceed. Allow rapid retract. Just leave it the way it is. Go to lead and transition, ramping. So ramping, we'll select profile and maximum ramping step down. That's the step down that will go down before now it cuts. So you know the way the milling operation is done, it will first cut down to workpiece, then it will move around removing that material. So the maximum distance it can move down, we'll have to restrict here. Can give it 5 millimeter, though that's a lot. Give it, let's say, 3 mm. Then What's the ramping clearance height? You can say 1 mm. And you are done with that. Click OK. So allow processing, and you can see preview. So you proceed to simulation. You can see that's how the operation will go about. It's done. So after slotting, you go to the next operation, which is this hole over here. So go to 2D milling. In this case, we'll use 2D pocket. And you use 2D pocket when you are removing internal hole or internal area. But when you are cutting around the edge outside, then you can use 2D contour. So because you are cutting the internal hole, we go to 2D pocket. So the minimum radius also plays a role here. Plays a role. So in my case, I had used a radius of 3 mm. So I'll still select milling tool, flat end mill of 6 mm. So I'll not interfere with it. I'll just proceed to selecting the bottom surface like this. Then proceed. I'll go to bottom. Select from selection. I'll select bottom face 0 mm. Proceed. Untick stock to leave and tick multiple depths. So depth 0.2 mm. Maximum roughing step down 1 mm. Proceed. Don't interfere with these other parameters. Just go to ramping. Make sure it's profile. Reduce this one to 3 mm and this one to 1 mm. You are done. Click OK. Allow processing, and you can see preview. So proceed to stock simulation. So you can see it will just be cutting downwards and then sidewards. So this is where ramp plays a role. Just be ramping 3 mm maximum and then remove the workpiece around. It will be repeating the same operation until it finishes process. And if you want to check the process time, proceed to statistics. Machining time will be 1 minute 54 seconds. This is the maximum. when all the parameters are set to 100% while milling. However, it will be longer than this because you can never try to use 100% of all the parameters. So you'll have to play around the percentage for the safety of the tool. So click OK. And finally, we'll have to cut around the outside edge. So on this one, what I'd advise you is, if you have a workpiece, for example, let us check the dimensions of this component. It's around 160 by 160 mm. Go to evaluate, then measure. From this edge to this edge, distance of 160 mm. So if you know you are working 160 mm, while drawing, you can add a distance of 5 mm on both sides. You know what that means? When doing your programming, when generating the code, it will just be cutting around this area and go beyond this area. Program will go 5 millimeters beyond this edge, and this one will help you to cut out the remaining workpiece, especially along the edges. So I proceed. We are now going to generate the code for the outer surface, and what we will determine our tool is this spacing, the minimal spacing between this face and this face. So in the case of this example, it's 15 mm. So we'll use a tool of around 12 mm. And the process, go to 2D milling. The process will be 2D pocket. And why am I not using 2D contour? 2D contour will be cutting just around the edge outside. It will not be removing the internal surface. So for this case, we'll have to use 2D pocket. Now, tool. I've created a tool of 12 mm. Select. Now proceed. On the cutting surface, I'll select this edge, the outer edge. You see it automatically selects around the whole component. Then, very important, we'll constrain around this edge. You can see. Then select this edge like this. Now proceed. Cutting parameters. We go to bottom, then from selection, select the surface 0 millimeters and proceed. Now untick on stock to leave and tick on multiple depths. 0.2 mm. It's okay. Proceed. Go to profile on ramping and maximum step down 3 mm, minimum 1 mm, and click OK. Can see? So interesting. So proceed to stock simulation. Can begin our simulation. See? Can see? Repeating the same process. Maximum depth of 3 mm. Then it clears that. You see? It's done. Proceed to ramping. 3 mm downwards. 3 mm. So interesting. So what you need to consider is statistics, and it will take approximately 25 minutes 37 seconds as machining time. That means when everything is set at 100% on the machine, of which it can never apply. You will never attempt to set all the parameters at 100%. You'll have to lower to around 80, 60, depending on the one is the strength of the material, which plays a very big role. So if you are machining a plastic, then you can leave it at 100% or 80. But on stainless steel or even mild steel, you have to reduce to around 50%. That means machining time will double to 50 minutes. And another parameter to consider, you see as it machines, it will be leaving this small piece. So when designing or drawing, one thing to consider, for example, the width of this workpiece, the maximum, it was around 160 mm square. So you need to add allowance of 10 mm to be around 170. So when you select the outer edge, during the cutting on the actual workpiece, you will see it will just be moving without cutting anything. And that one will give you a safety. It will just remove all the component. So I think we are good to go here. The next thing, we'll have to post-process and generate the actual code. So just click OK. So we are going to proceed to post-process. And here is where you're going to generate the actual code for you to place in your flash and take it to CNC milling. So begin with drilling operation. First operation, just go to post-process. Here, select Fanuc/Fanuc and program name or number should only be in digits. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Proceed to post. While saving, you begin with letter O. O, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then save. Wait for processor to open or editor. Now, while programming, you always start with percentage and then program number. So we'll delete letter O. So that's program number. Tool number 5, diameter 10. See? Then this is where the code starts. G90, G94, G17, G49, G40, and then G80. You see? Tool number 6, G54. So you cannot use them in the same line. When you are selected tool number 6, you can remove this one because you have already selected a tool. There is no need to add it here. Speed is 400. M03, it will be rotating clockwise. And then here, save height Z15. So you delete H05. Now, this is the program that will do the drilling operation. This is the whole program. So what we'll check is Q. It's a positive number, but in real sense, it's drilling downward. So we change it to a negative. Q negative 1.1, then P, then F, feed rate of 150. Towards the end, there are a bunch of codes which are unnecessary. So you see, like these ones, I'll assume you are doing the manual drilling operation. So these ones are not necessary. You can just turn off the coolant M09 and turn off the spindle. But we'll leave it the way it is. Just proceed to save, which is here. Save. Your program will be saved. Go to the next one. You will repeat the same to drilling. We go to slot. Post process. It will still be Fanuc. Code 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the type of operation. Don't forget this. It's milling operation. So select milling. Milling by Fanuc, then Fanuc. Why am I using Fanuc? Because this is the machine that I'm used to. So depending on the type of machine that you are using, you have to select the specific machine. Click on post process. So on the name, you can give it any name. It's not a must that you give the digits. For example, if I type O slot like that, then save. Let me wait for the editor to open. You see, there's no any effect. So program number, I'll just remove letter O. And here, you can add G64. So when you say G99, it's absolute positioning. So the coordinates provided in the program are interpreted as absolute values relative to the workpiece 0 origin. That's what G90 means. Then there is G94. It'll just turn our feed rate per minute. Because it's 3000 RPM, that's feed rate per minute. Then there is G17. That's select XY plane on operation. And then there is G49. This one cancels tool length offset. So if there is any tool length compensation available that was set by G43 or G44, it will cancel. Then there is G40. G40 will cancel tool radius compensation. Then we can proceed to G80. It will cancel gained circle. It will cancel any continuous or previous gained circle, maybe from drilling operation, boring or tapping circle. Then we'll add G64 to activate continuous mode, active cutting mode. So what this one does is it instructs the machine to move smoothly between programmed points without stopping for perfect corner accuracy. Now come to G21. G21 will activate metric units. It will set the machine to interpret all the dimensions and movements in metric units. That's in millimeters. And then there is G28. This one, it will return to machine home position. So this home position is where you reset the tool or you do the tool change for the machine. Then there is G91. It means incremental position. All the movements will be relative to the current position. The G90 is the same as G90 above. So if you are going to change your tool manually, then there is no need to remain with this line of code. T06, T6, M06. There is no need. If you are changing the tool manually, you can delete that line of code. There is H06, which is tool offset. Remove it. Then you can proceed to the end of code. Bottom. There is M09, which stands off the coolant. And the same G28, G91, we had seen it upwards there. So these ones, they are just for the safety of the machine. So if you are doing manual settings, you can remove this line of code. And finally, for machine to know that you have entered your code, you must finish with percentage sign, the bottom there. Then click on save. Go to 2D Pocket. Because they are same parameters, you can just select this one and go to post process. And here, select milling. Vendor, we select Fanuc, and then Fanuc as the post processor. Then program number, just give it digit 1, 2, 3, 4. Post process. Then here, just type 2D Pocket. Save. remove the 0. So this is tool number 7. So as you can see, the moment we go to every other step, it will automatically be selecting the tool number that we had labeled earlier when we were selecting the tool. So G99 absolute positioning, G94 feed rate per minute, G17 XY plane, then G49 cancel tool length offset, G40 cancel tool radius, then we go to G80 to cancel Kent circle that we set earlier, maybe during the drilling or boring operation. And then we can add another code for continuous operation or continuous mode, G64. So the machine will move smoothly between the program points without stopping for perfect corner accuracy. There is G21 for metric units. There is G28, you return the machine to home position. Then absolute programming, G91, you are good to go. So if you are setting the tool manually, you remove this line of code. Spindle speed is the same. We remove this H07. We are not doing any offset. Then all these other codes to remain the way they are because we had set the parameters earlier. So you can see a code can be too long, thousands of lines. That's the beauty of using this software to generate the code. So if you are doing this manually, then you have a small error somewhere around here, you'll have a rough time trying to find where the error is. So this is the beauty of using a software to do the programming. We have moved a long way, and I hope you enjoy doing the generating the code using the software. So these other lines, they are for the safety of the machine, because after turning off the coolant, G28, G91 absolute programming, you can remove these lines of code at your comfort, or you can leave them there to have no impact and proceed to save your code. So you can save it in whichever place you have saved. Put it in your flash and proceed to CNC milling. So it's been nice taking you through the lesson. I hope you enjoy your programming. See you in the next lesson.